Good morning, guys. Rick Shaw here on Sunday, the 7th of November, 2021. We're having a really beautiful morning. Kids and I are out for just a walk. Mama wants to move the table in the dining room, and it's just, I don't think it's going to work out. She's got it flat up against the wall. I don't think it's going to work out, but we'll try it for a while. She wants to do it that way, so give it a whirl. But I was watching, looking at some of the stuff on the news. I got that telegram, and there's some really good news outlets there. And one of the things that, this is happening in China. If some kid in a school gets a sniffle, they grab them all and they put them in these camps without telling. They just take them without the parents okay or anything. And they're still pushing this baloney of that this thing is real, and people get the flu. But we're not hearing around here of folks getting dead from this convent. No, we're just not hearing it. But you look around the world, and there's all kinds of stuff popping out of people getting sick from this job of the hut. So that's something to watch out for. I don't know, I've never seen them pushing anything so hard. Now they're saying they want to have it for 2-year-old kids, 2 to 5 now. They're doing this for, and man, it's just crazy. And then you got this Prince Charles. He's saying, we're going to have to do a military intervention because of the climate change, which is there to me is just it's these New World Order guys. They want to own everything, but yet they tell you'll have no money and you'll be happy. Well, you know what I say for those guys, Gates and all you super wealthy people, why don't you try it first? Give up everything you got. Give it all away and have nothing, and let's see how happy you are. Let's let you guys try that baloney first. That's what I'd like to see. But they're never going to do that. They want everything. They want it all, and that's just, some people when they make money, it just becomes something that they just want to keep making more and more and more. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to have any fun. A lot of these politicians in the States, they don't want to retire. They'll go up until they croak, and get out. Let somebody else in there. You know what I mean? It's just the way to go. I knew a fellow hit the lottery for this huge amount of money, and he kept his job. He had a really, really good paying job. It was a coveted job in the area, you might say. And it was just my thoughts. I was thinking, man, he ought to, open up a little store or something so he can have something to keep busy. But move out of the way. Let some other poor schmuck have that job. They'd have filled it with somebody else. But no, and that fellow, from what I see, still working. It's just crazy how, they just want to keep making more and more and more. And when you see them and talk to them, all they're doing is talking about their money. Oh, hey, guess what? My one investment, I just made another $100,000. Give it a rest. I've been hearing from that guy the same crap for years and years. It's just it's incredibly silly. Okay, you guys ready? You gonna go 2 times around?
Yeah. I'm not. Okay.
Okay, ready? Go. Maddie got a good start, and they're off to the races. Look at that. They're going. Look at them go. All right, one more. Okay, they're really racing good. Oh, there's Moo. He coming backwards. You came back. Here he comes. Come on, Dorothy. Yeah, here she comes, bringing up the rear. We got her little school. Let's go this way, guys. We got her little school uniform. This is when she was in Kinter, and the first school she went to over in GMA, and they gave her this her little suit that was, my goodness, it was just way too big when she got it. Every other kid in the school got a normal size. When they give her this one that's like 8 sizes too big. And now, turn around, Dorothy. Now look at it. She got flood pants. Oh, and there's Boner. Let's go say hi to Boner, okay, guys?
I want to go.
Don't let, he's gonna pee on you again. Stand back on him because he pees. We call him Boner. Every time we come and see him, his wiener pops out and he pisses. He's just a lonely boy. I wish that they, he would have been a great dog to have, but this is his life. Hi, buddy. How you doing, big boy? Oh, you beautiful baby. Hello there. You just want petted, don't you? You big, beautiful puppy. Yes, you are. Okay. Yeah, he's a beautiful, beautiful pup, and that's all he's ever going to do. This is a really beautiful home they got here. Nice and big. Yeah. Oh, he's okay. He's a nice. Hi, buddy. How you doing, buddy boy? Hi, big boy. How you doing, buddy? Okay. Yeah, he's a beautiful dog too. But what's gonna happen is they're gonna.
I went first time.
I know. They're gonna be in their jail their entire lives, and it's a royal shame. But the grass really, we get this rain like this, and the grass really gets high quick. It wasn't that long ago I was riding past here and they had just cut it, and look at it already. But there's our beautiful tree.
Wow.
That would be a great tree to hunt out of. You could really get up in some branches there for bow hunting. Used to be pretty good at climbing trees. I hunted a lot of times when I bow hunted from ground blinds. I'd get on the side of a bank or something, and I had a real nice shovel from cold steel I used to carry, and I could dig out, and when you dig that dirt out, it absorbs your smell, and that's how I mostly hunted. But a lot of times up from a tree too, And if I was gun hunting, it was always nice to be in a tree because you can really see out far. And I had built a custom rifle, and I used to go practice with it quite a bit. We had a range that went all the way out to 450 yards. And as long as I got something to rest on, I'll take one of those shots. And that one had, with the velocity I had, it was a 358 Norma mag, which I loaded it down. I didn't put it up to its full maximum potential. I think I had it going at around 2550, and I had a load on there that just was perfect. And I could take stuff up out of 400 yards, no problem. If I was in a tree, and as long as I had a good rest, and I wasn't like a lot of those boys that shoot them in the head on the dead run. I've known some guys who can really shoot. Good morning. And but that was a good gun. I knew the drops on it. I actually had a one shot that I took with that rifle, and it was we had it about 800 yards. The thing was standing over on the other side of a ravine, and this fella was shooting. They practice over there, and that's how his big sign was 800 yards, and I had gone out there and shot with him. And this deer was nice buck. Point was standing right in front of the target board, just standing there, and he was standing there for the longest time. I was like, oh, that's a dummy one, until I seen his head move, and I thought, hey, I was shooting at that target board, and it was pretty good. And so I went ahead and took the shot, and I didn't aim for the head. I aimed for center, and popped him right in the chest, and he went immediately down. But it was so funny, the way the sun was coming out that morning, you could see the bullet going. You could just see it, boom. And it didn't seem to drop that much. It was like a hornet going. Just the way the sunlight was coming in on the side, it just lit it up gold, and you could just, that thing just, boom. And we seen it hit him. Down he went. I don't think he ever even knew what hit him. But it just seemed to take so long to get there. But that one, that was pretty much my favorite rifle. It was super accurate. I used a Shylin Select match barrel on it, and I cut the chamber good and tight. Now that's a Magnum, but I always had spaced off the shoulder on that one. I had the bore on it. I was using the 250 grain spear bullet exclusively in that gun. I had the twist set up for that at the velocity, and I had it, as soon as you put that in, it was tight. I had a little tool to measure the depth of the bullet, And the powder I was using filled the case up. You couldn't hear it shake it, and you couldn't hear anything, and that's always the best. And using the CCI Magnum primers, that dang thing, we would go out off a bench, sitting on the sandbags at 100 yards, and I put 5-6 shots into one hole. Hardly that gun hardly ever did any flyers. It really shot well. I used a Seiko action, and those are just a beautiful smooth action, just right out of the box. But also I had lapped the lugs on it to make sure there was a lot of engagement on the lugs, and it was just kind of like a little crush fit on there. I wanted it nice and tight. But the way you do those lugs, I had a little tool that I made where it threads onto the action, and there's a spring in there with a little cup. And then what you do is you put that in there, you close the bolt, and you just keep going back and forth like this with some lapping compound. And when I got it up to a lot of engagement, you don't want 100% engagement. I think I had it up about 80%. Then you just go ahead and re-blue the bolt. Go! And everything on that one, I put all my skills into that rifle. It was a scout rifle too. And but I could also change that scope out. And I had a Nikon 2-power that I had on it, which I kept because I could have both eyes open when I shot, and it looked like it was about the same size. And you could just get on a deer real quick. I took it for groundhog, everything. I just loved that rifle. And I also had a one, I think it was it might have been 2 to 8 power that I got when I was in the shop. There's too many dogs down there. And if I was going to do a little bit of more long-range stuff, I could swap that one out. And I had the really good mounts on it, Redfield mounts on that. And it was just a super good gun. Loved that thing. Wished I could have had it here, but they don't allow us, foreigners to have firearms here, which kind of sucks. Really sucks, But a lot of places don't allow foreigners to have them, so that's the way it goes. Wife can have one though, so that's a good thing. But we don't get much hunting out here. They did do years ago monkey hunt. People up there in Leyte, they really liked them. The lady when we got the monkeys out there, the lady, she had, Jufran sauce. It's a banana ketchup type stuff, and that's what she thinned that out with vinegar. And they had their stoves. They weren't using propane or anything. They used coconut shells and wood that they got, and just a big flat concrete thing. And they put banana leaves around it, kind of like to make an oven. And that lady cooked that up. Just cooked the whole monkey. They set them there, and then they got the fire right next to it, and they cooked that. And boy, I'll tell you what, that was really good. That sauce she made, she put a little bit of spicy pepper in there. And then just the Jufran sauce thinned out with vinegar, and she kept basting it. She'd pull that banana peel off and baste it. And when that thing was done, they gave me a whole one just for me. They're not big. They're more like a koala bear monkey. They're real squatty. And boy, I'll tell you what, the thing was delicious. We down there, they had a lot of good food when I was down there. But I had another time we went fishing with the net. And you just stand on these boats. It's almost like a skateboard on the water. And they go out, and then they throw the net down, a big net, 20 feet at least. And then they just pull it back to the shoreline. And they get all these little fish. Neons is what they were. And what we were doing is you just grab them by where the gills are with your thumbnail, and you pull it out, and it pulls all the guts out. And they throw it right in a salad. It's not even cooked. And I tried it, and I thought it was really good. If you like fish, that was a real tasty one. But they were neons. But I also found out, I called it a black hookfish. I don't know the Tagalog name, but it has like a stinger on the end of it. And boy, I'll tell you what, that thing got me right in the thumb. I just picked it up, and it nailed me. And they said, "Oh yeah, well, don't watch out for them." And there weren't too many of them in there, but there were some. But I don't know. They told me the name of it. But the years passed and I forgot it. It's hard for me to remember some of these Filipino words. I get a mental cramp on them sometimes. But we had a nice time when we were in Leyte. I really liked it down there. It's a long travel though. My goodness, went from Tacloban and down to the southern tip, and it was like a day. It was a bad day. And then I was on a motorcycle on a bridge, and my leg swelled up. I got I forget what the heck they called it, but it jammed up my lymph nodes in my leg. My leg blew up like a balloon. That's why I say when you're here, you get any kind of little damage, breaking the skin or anything, excuse me, clean it up right away. Don't wait around. That one, we did clean it up, but I got that infection, and it was like the next day. My leg, you could just see the tips of my toes. That's how big it got. And the first doctor I went to, because I was coming back to the States, and first doctor I went to wanted to cut my leg off. Yeah, called it cellulitis, wanted to cut my leg off, and I thought, oh heck with that, no way. And my sister took me to her hospital that she uses, and there was an Australian doctor, and he says, "Hey, you got yourself a bug, eh, mate?" He knew exactly what it was. I said, "Yeah, I was in the Philippines, and they put me on, I think it was Cipro and some other thing, and it cleared it up pretty quick." But I actually took that for like 30 days to get rid of it. It was only supposed to be half of that, and then it wasn't quite gone. So, but it clogged everything up. It was a bad deal. You have to be really careful here. But that bridge, the way the bridge was made, they had just tire tracks, and it was built like a railroad. And you had to stay on that tire track, and I slipped off the tire track. It was raining, it was slippery, and the bike we had, it was one of them hobble bikes that they stretch down there, and I just touched the front brake, bald tire on the front. Those guys, they run their tires until they explode, and as soon as I touched the front brake, yeah, the bike slipped out and went into the center, and down we went. So, and it just cut I just had a little tiny mark. We were only doing, a little bit faster than walking speed. And it just knocked a little piece off the side of my leg. That little knuckle piece that sticks out right here. And we cleaned it up. When we got across the bridge, there was a clinic there, and we went in there and had it all cleaned up. There was another fellow that went off of that bridge that day, and he was sitting outside the clinic, and they weren't taking care of him. And I said, "What's up with that guy?" He had the bone was sticking out of his leg. I mean, he had a fracture on his leg where it just was sticking out. And I said, "He's got no money." He was a poor guy. He lived like in a little 3-sided hut that he made in the woods. He didn't own anything, and he foraged for his food and stuff. Did odd jobs, and that would have killed him. So I was like, how much to take care of him? And it was for this doctor there. It was only about $35 or something. So I said, "Look, just go get him. I'm going to pay for it. And what's the aftercare?" And they wanted to put him on antibiotics, which was cheap. They had like a little pharmacy right there. It was a little hospital. It was outside of Hoonigan City, and he had on one side it was a vet clinic, and on the other side it was for people. and the dude had vet certificates all over the wall, and it was a mom and pop. The father was the doctor, mother was the nurse, kids were nurses and orderlies, and they took care of animals and people. So, but he cleaned it up really good, but I still got an infection in there. So make sure, I don't care if it's a little break in the skin, you clean it up. I do the same thing for these kids when they stub their toes. You guys gonna run?
I'm not. I'm holding a baby.
Okay, you got Teddy, huh? All right, Mo, get up on your line. We're gonna do one more circle, one time around. Okay, are you almost ready? No, he's so slowly. Okay. I didn't even say go.
My slipper is broken.
All right. Don't play with glass, bub. You don't want to hold that. You can cut your fingers up quick. But I'm a little bit sweaty walking. A little bit of sweaty, but it's not anything real bad. Just because the breeze just feels so nice. It's just a beautiful morning. Look at that sky. That beautiful sky we got today. We're gonna be heading to San Jose tomorrow. Go visit with some of our friends. They wanted us to come for a visit, and I said, okay, we're gonna go down there and you know, I really liked the grocery store we went to there. It was in a Walter Mart. It was an S&M. I liked that store a lot better than the ones around here. We do find a lot more stuff here to get. There's a little bit more selection of the foods, but I like that one. You could get really good T-bone steaks there all the time. They never have many. You have to go early to get them, but they don't cut them so thick. Here, every time I go, the things are cut real thick, and they got the butcher thing right at the store, and I say, hey, can you cut them like in half? And they're like, nope. You know, butcher shop that doesn't do any butchering. But they make them just too thick here. You know, when a steak gets to be like an inch thick, they're a little bit tough to cook. These ones here, we got to salt them, do stuff like that to try to tenderize them. And we like to have that every now and again. You know, steak, kids like it. And then we always have a little piece for the kitty cat. Our little kitty cat is, she's getting sick. Probably won't be around long. She's got her foot's damaged really bad, and there's another cat here. He's all damaged up. I don't know what's getting him. I don't know if a dog attacked him, or what happened, or somebody shot him or something. I don't know. But she can't walk on her one foot, and the other cat, his whole back end is bloody and the hair's all gone. Can't get near him now. You know, he just boogies. But I saw him yesterday, and I was like, wow, somebody did him a job. And that's a shame. It's a royal shame. The life critters have here. You know. Now there's some here. There's some people take good care of their animals, but they don't really socialize them. A lot of times, if they get loose, it wouldn't be good. And there's some folks out walking their little puppy dog. It's nice to have. We're still looking for a dog, so. But I'm going to go ahead and let you go, and you want to do the honors, mister?
Reach out.
There we go.